It's always our pleasure having you join us at this hour of the time, and it's 3 o'clock, and it is that time where we bring you some sporting highlights, where we'll also allow you to join us on the conversation to let us know how you feel about some of the headlines you've heard out there and the breaking news. Sometimes we also try to accommodate your views and even your disagreement with some of the arguments out there as far as the world of sports is concerned. And this is Capital Sports reaching you from the Unity Station NTA Channel 5 Abuja. I am Abdullah Hajia, your uncle. And today will not be different because we'll be opening the lines much later in the program to allow you also ventilate your views, and probably if you want to argue on some of those points, your views are also welcome because you're always entitled to your opinion, like we always say. So let's go on our first break while we take breather. When we return, we'll be reeling out some of the highlights we have from the national team to individual sports. Stay with us.
Do you know the special code for Bet Niger on your phone? Star 20778 hash, that's what's up, it's a special code. No data, no problem, play your game anywhere with the special code. Star 20778 hash.
Betting made easy for MTN users only. Bet responsibly, not for persons under the age of 18. Bet Niger, more than a bet.
Thank you for choosing to stay tuned to the Unity Station. All right, well, we have a couple of stories, and I think they're good enough for us to talk about. Let's begin with the Africa Women's Nations Cup. The 13th edition is just around the corner. And our own darling team, the Super Falcons, who have not disappointed us, I think, in most of the competitions. They are 9-time winners of the Africa Cup of Nations. And the queens, if you ask me, of the continent. Yes, others are trying to come up to say, want to challenge you, but I think the Super Falcons are still in charge. And Coach Madugu, the head coach of the Super Falcons, have said that this is their time again as they put their eyes on the 10th title of the Africa Nations Cup. And a couple of days ago, we saw how the ladies played a barren draw with the Portuguese senior women national team. It was a good outing for the girls to keep shape and also perfect tactics and also their techniques so that they'll be able to square up against most of these African nations, especially the South African team that are beginning to be like the new, girls, on the block of the continent. So I think we saw the first leg, and I believe they also have another friendly with the Queens, of Ghana before they will finally, get mentally ready, psychologically ready for the 13th edition of WAFCON, which is the Women's Nations Cup. So, and our first match will be against Tunisia. So I think we have to support our Super Falcons at a time when we feel, I think we're hungry again for another trophy. Yes, we have it 9 times. But in local palace, we say, I get that before. No be property, but we need to bring that cup back. And if you ask me, it's a good one, preparing, and we believe the National Sports Commission will provide all the necessary support and logistics for them to be able to go conquer and be focused when they go to conquer the African continent. Apart from that, we'll also be looking at some of the individual performance in that match. We saw the girls, I think they look ready, if you ask me, if that match against Portugal was anything to judge. We saw Inadoze, the goalkeeper, to making some spectacular saves. That goes to say, well, she's still very much available to adorn the national colors to represent her country. I think we also saw Rashida Tajibade. Yes, she's ruling her world, and it is her time. So if all things being equal, our girls are, focused, I think they will look unstoppable for us, which I think it is time for us to go for the 10th title. Well, apart from that, also we'll also be sharing with you moments. Yes, we know you're very much aware of the novelty match, for Thrust Icon, also trying to give back to society. Yes, that is the way to go. We've seen a couple of such matches in the past, involving African, stars and also global stars. It's their own way of saying, well, I've benefited from this game. This game has brought me fame. It has brought me wealth. How do I also give back to the same society that has supported me, the same people that have formed my fan base? So I think we saw a couple of days ago a match in that honor where friends of Trust Icon, Nigeria's captain at the moment, and then the celebrities. So I think that match ended in favor of the celebrities, whom I think still remember some of them their playing days and the days when they were very much youthful and athletic, not today when a lot of water has passed under the bridge and they've lost form. But the stamina might not be there, but the experience and the tactics we saw in that match, it's brought in a lot of memories, a lot of support for the player, particularly using the round leader game, one of the most popular games in the world. So I think it's a good one for Trust Ekong, and who is also trying to remember that it is good to come back home and do something for the younger ones. Some people would say that I think it's very commendable, particularly for someone who probably was not born in Nigeria, but as a Nigerian parent, so and chose to play for Nigeria. The NFF president was there, Shehu Diko. I don't know if we can get sound of what some of those, our sports administrators said on that occasion.
Ekong is doing something very, very brilliant, setting the pace. He's the captain, so he's doing something leading from the front. And I think with the effort he's putting together, he can be able to get a lot of resources that he can now be able to give back to the society and motivate others coming up and also support others who doesn't have. So it's quite amazing, and that's why we are all here to support him.
Happy to see that even despite the fact that he was not born and brought up in Nigeria, but he tried to associate with Nigeria to really show the world that he's a real Nigerian. And then he come to with that idea last year, and we feel we have to support him because we know it will impact more to our young talent at the grassroots.
And I think there's also so much power in sports, and that's the thing that we're trying to harness for the foundation. It's not about creating football players, it's about allowing young people to dream and to do something bigger and better than what they believed in. I could have never imagined having a charity game on this scale, and I'm really proud, and really proud of all the Nigerians who've come together here for a good thing.
All right, so very kind words there on Trust Ekong, and also hearing from him directly on some of the moments of happiness, the moments of thankfulness, sharing with the football world. With the support he garnered during that match, I think is one way to emulate Trust Ekong. Apart from that, let's also quickly look at the big boys are, rubbing shoulders as far as the international scene is concerned. And I think FIFA Club World Cup is one fantastic tournament, if you ask me, that this time around being expanded to accommodate more teams is another way of keeping the football, fans and world busy, and sometimes to even reduce the argument of if you think Real Madrid is the best team in the world, let's try them with the best coming from Asia, or the best coming from South America or North America or even Africa. Sometimes we feel we have the Alali of this world, the experience, who have been doing very well. let's go and try rub show to say, well, it's Chelsea will lose that match. And they didn't just lose by fluke or to say 1-0 or 2-1 or 1-1. It was 3 goals to 1. So which I think it was a convincing victory against, Chelsea. So I think we've seen a couple of matches of this year FIFA Club World Cup. All right, let's go on another break to pay some bills. When we return, we'll be opening the phone lines for you to be part of the discussion. Stay with us.
Do you know the special code for Bet Niger on your phone? Star 20778 hash, that's what's up, it's a special code. No data, no problem. Play your game anywhere with the special code. Star 20778 hash.
Betting made easy for MTN users only. Bet responsibly, not for persons under the age of 18. Bet Niger, more than a bet.
All right, thank you for rejoining us. It is still Capital Sports reaching you from the Unity Station NT Channel 5 Abuja. And of course, we have other stories to also share with you on the program. Now, I want us to look at the Nigerian Rugby Football Federation. We saw the one of the recent outing of the Nigerian Stallions, as we call them. This one, they are Stallions. And when you say Stallions, you expect strength, you expect power, you expect so many positive things that will enable you go win and conquer. But the last qualification of the Africa Sevens, if you ask me, I think we didn't do well. But this time around, if I remember very well, we're finishing sixth on the log. It's against the previous one where we finished 11th. So the Stallions are yet to get over, the strength of teams like South Africa, Uganda. These rugby playing nations in Africa. And I think even though the Nigeria Football Rugby Federation, are doing very well, but they still need to up the ante. They still need to get more, tactics and probably the secret of winning when it comes to rugby in Africa. And I think South Africa have been champions beyond the African continent. They've gone conquer the world on several occasions. So I think we still have, to learn, some of these secrets if our rugby must get that prominence, get, the recognition, and not only that, also going to win. Not only participating in some of these tournaments, but with the mentality and mindset to go win in some of this competition. Well, we want to let you know that the phone line to reach us is on the screen for you to be part of the program. And I know you're always looking forward to call us to also ventilate how you feel about some of the sporting activities around us in our country, particularly grassroots sports, and also international sporting activities. We have one issue, but I want us to, keep it in the wrap at the moment. We'll come to it because it's one issue that I think all of us should be able to, say something about in the interest of our sports and also sports development in the country. So the phone line to call us to be part of the program is on the screen. So do call us and we'll be glad to have you join us on the program this afternoon. It is still Capital Sports. So who is our first caller? Let's see on the program. But before we begin to get the calls coming, we also want to share with you that Victor Osimhen's lingering transfer issue is still, on, and we're looking forward to see where that star will be. Hello, good afternoon. Wow, our first caller was gone. Let's see if we can get what's happening with the lines today. I think that we have interested callers I will be glad to have you join, me on the program this afternoon. So, Victor Osimhen, I know football fans, Nigerians are interested in seeing where Victor Osimhen will, go next. A lot of delays, a lot of talks we've read, those ones that are correct, those ones that are real, and even those ones that are from grapevines. So we're looking forward to the real deal for him. Yes, the Saudi billionaires are also knocking. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Our engineers have to do something on this phone line so that we'll be able to get feedback and also the views of some of our viewers. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Wow, what's actually happening? We need to get it right and get our callers on board on the program. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, your name and where you're calling us from, please.
I'm calling from Lugbe, Airport Road.
What's your name from Lugbe? Lugbe is not your name, please. When you call us, please, we'll be happy to know who we're talking with. So you tell us your name and your location. Very, very important for us. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon, sir.
Yeah, your name and where you're calling us from.
Calling from Nasarawa State.
Nasarawa State. Okay. Go ahead. This Capital Sports. Uh, okay. Hello. Okay, well, it is time also for us to go on another commercial. Do stay with us. Our Capital Sports will be back.
Do you know the special code for Bet Niger on your phone? Star 20778 hash, that's what's up, it's a special code. No data, no problem. Play your game anywhere with the special code. Star 20778 hash.
Betting made easy for MTN users only. Bet responsibly, not for persons under the age of 18. Bet Niger, more than a bet.
Glad to know you're still there. Now, this story I want to share with us is one story that I think as Nigerians we should be concerned about. It's the story of Favor, Philly Nigerian, athletes. We know Favor is very popular. Favor, has represented and is still representing Nigeria as we speak because we've not heard of they switch already because the news we heard from the beginning of the week is that Favor is a threat. I don't know if it's a threat I should call it, but it's choosing to switch nationality, which I think is not a good story for us. So our sports administrators, those that are in at the helm of affairs, talking about what we need to do to get our sports very, very intact, should know what to do at this moment. We believe talks have begun for such ugly story not to fly because when you talk about Favor Philly, we saw her performances in major outings as far as the global scene of sprinting is concerned. So it is not a good one. Probably she has her reasons, but as Nigerians, we will not be happy to see that Favor Philly switches nationality and Turkey is that destination. But I think what we learned recently is that the DG of the National Sports Commission, Bukola Olopade, has intervened and we're getting assurances that Favor Philly is still a Nigerian athlete, sprinter, and the needful will be done for her to be taken care of. Probably some of those concerns that might have made her to say, well, I'm not interested in running for Nigeria again, would be addressed because we know she's a potential medalist for us, whether at the African continent or at the global scene. So, Favor is our athletes as we speak, and we hope it remains like that, and that the needful also will be done for her to continue to run for us. Toby Amuson, Favor Philly, and the likes have not done badly. And these are people who, whenever we see them at the international scene, we're very proud of them. We're hopeful that, yes, the green, white, green, will be up there. Remember when Toby Amuson won gold at the Commonwealth or international company, we saw how the Nigerian national anthem, was played, which I think is not a mere feat. Hello, the line is still open for us to be able to hear from you. One or two calls of time permits, and the network that has been so problematic allows us to also, have your views and also hear from you. But as we begin to round up, we also learned that the governor of Enugu State, Governor Mbara, appoints Super Eagles goalkeeper Maduka Okoye as Enugu State ambassador. Well, it is good. Bring them back home, engage them so that they also give back to the society, more so when their a huge fan base is around home here. There is no place like home. So I think it's a good appointment if he accepts. So it means a lot coming back home to represent a state of origin and also contribute to the development of grassroots sports. Yes, there are talents in Nigeria, and we believe with the support of the exposed players out there, we'll be able to get more talents that probably will be discovered and nurtured for national glory because Nigeria as a country needs them to be able to represent us. Well, I've been talking, and the network didn't allow us here the views of our esteemed viewers we're talking about on the program today. But please pardon us, it's not our fault, but let's do it again same time next week. But before then, stay with us.
Do you know the special code for Bet Niger on your phone? Star 20778 hash, that's what's up, it's a special code. No data, no problem. Play your game anywhere with the special code. Star 20778 hash.
Betting made easy for MTN users only. Bet responsibly, not for persons under the age of 18. Bet Niger, more than a bet.
All right, on that note, we want to say a very big thank you for being a part of Capital Sports for this week. Do join us again, same time, same station next week when we come to report to you whether Chelsea don't win or they don't come out. On that note, we want to go. Bye for now.